Today we hope to show you some of what Carnival Cruise Lines has to offer. So like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments if there is a cruise offering you want to know more about.
Hi there! Welcome to our trip through the Carnival Hub app. If you're headed on a Carnival cruise, you're going to need to download the Carnival Hub app. So today we're going to walk through the app and show you what is up with the app. So let's go. So if you aren't on the ship yet and you've downloaded the app, it's not going to do much of anything. If you try to log in, you're going to be asked for your folio number and you won't get that till your cabin's ready. So before you're on the ship, it's essentially only good for linking you to the Carnival website, and then you can do a countdown before your cruise. So on land, it's pretty much useless. Now, once you're on the ship, that's when the magic starts. So here we're going to go ahead and log in to the Carnival Hub app. And you're putting in your folio number. That's going to be from your sail and sign card, which when you get to your cabin, it'll be in your mailbox. So you get there, you'll have a mailbox. It'll have your folio number. You enter that in, put in your date of birth, and then you can log in. And now we'll be able to start seeing what the Carnival app will do for us. The top left-hand corner is where you're going to get to the menu. So just head on up there with those three little lines, click on that top left-hand menu, and let's see what we've got. I just want to take a second to look at the menu so you can see all of your options. You can plan your day and see everything that's happening on the ship. You can also check out what's happening at the casino, check out all your photos, and even buy shore excursions in the app. So let's dig in. So this is the What's Happening section. You can see what's happening goes hand in hand with My Planner. Essentially, it tells you for the day listed at the top of the app, all of the events that are occurring. So you can see at the top here, we have that Miami, this is embarkation day. So some of the first things you're going to see are not the most fun things that are available. It gets better, I promise you. So you're going to start off with the mandatory safety briefing. Again, not the most fun thing, but very important. And the ship will not leave until everyone has done that. So please make sure you go do that. If you need internet help, for instance, if you did not download the app, they're going to help you with that. They're going to try to make sure that everyone is there and ready so that you can use it. You will need this app when you are on the ship. Open houses and registrations, so it's mainly the kids clubs, but then you start seeing the music and you'll be ready for the sail away party. So you just get those few housekeeping things out of the way, and then you can get started having some fun. They'll have a sail away party and everything is going to be really great. So you use the What's Happening page to find all of the things that you might want to do. There is that little filter option right there that you can click, and you can filter the ship's events, or you can filter out kids and teens activities. So here I am going to filter out movies because I love a dive-in movie. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's there. We have Argyle or About My Father. They're not new release movies, but they're fairly recent release movies. So when you get back to the What's Happening page, you can see the top bar there that kind of lists some of the things that are either the most popular things that they do on the ship or things that they just really want to draw attention to so they can get you to go to them. But you can scroll through everything here. You can see the little hearts. You can select the hearts if that's something that you want to do. On the right-hand side, you can see if someone else in your party has liked it. If you click on an item, you can get the details of that item. So you can see, in this instance, it's a guess the weight. So that'd be an art thing. You can scroll down the spa tours, raffles, sail away party. So there are lots of options. There are lots of things that you can do. Really, the most important part of this feature is to know that you can go ahead and set your little hearts to determine the things that you want to do and be able to see the people you're doing events with, and to know that you can go through your entire cruise and check and see what events are going to be available for each day so that you can plan your days accordingly. So now you know what it is that you think that you would like to do. You can click on My Planner, and that will show you only the things that you have selected. So under My Planner, if you have any reservations, they'll show up. So if you made a spa appointment, your dinner reservations, any specialty dining, and anything that you have selected that you would like to do is going to show up on that page. So if you're ever trying to figure out what you had planned for that day, just click on My Planner and it will give you the list of all the activities that you have shown an interest in or scheduled. So we really didn't cover the homepage very well. Really, it's just a list of some of the most important things. It will give you an idea of what the weather is going to be like, and it gives you access to the planning options and what's happening now options. You can also see maps of the ship, which are pretty important. It tells you what type of night it is, if it's an elegant night or a casual night. So one thing that I do want to point out is that if you do want room service, that's this food order option. You know, back in the day, they used to have menus in your rooms, and before everything was free, then they started charging for some things. Now everything does have a cost, and that is all ordered directly through this section of the app, Food Order. Just give you access to some of that basic normal, like the functionality that you might need. The next part we're going to take a look at is the food. So if you go to that menu, you'll be able to take a look at the food and drinks, and it will show you all of the different restaurants, showing you what's open now versus what's open later. A lot of, like, some things are open just in the afternoon. You might be able to go get lunch there. You can get the full menu for those locations if they have a menu. The Lido Buffet doesn't really, but most other places will have a menu, and it'll let you know exactly what times you can go and enjoy those restaurants. And if you are interested in more details about the food options, please check out the food videos. There is one on all of the food options that are included with the cost of your cruise, along with anything that is extra or the specialty dining. So please feel free to check those out. Next, we're going to talk about the Kids Club. There is Camp Ocean for the kids who are under 12. It's a little bit more controlled, and you can determine if you want them signed in and out. For this trip, I had older kids, so that was Circle C in Club O2. So those kids can kind of come and go as they please. This lists all of the activities that are available for them. And of course, you're always going to want to know when the actual club is open. So that's always very important to know. So you can see what they have going on, what kinds of parties, what types of games. Sometimes it's just free time. And this is the part of the app where you get all of that information. And let's move on to photos. If you purchased a photo package, it will show up here. So that would be if you got one before you got on the ship. So if you pre-purchased it, or if you bought one on the ship, it should show in here. As you select your photos, you should be able to see the package balance, like which ones you've picked, which ones you haven't. And then all of the photos that have been taken by day will show up in this list. However, you will also sometimes end up with photos of random people that end up in here for some reason. I don't know why. At least now you're able to delete them out of the app. So it does make it easier. You can pick any photos that you want to purchase directly from the app, and then either they can be digital downloads that you can download right on your phone, or if you have actual physical photos, you can pick them up at the Pixels Gallery. Make sure you pick them up before the day of debarkation. Do not try to pick up photos when you're debarking the ship. You will not get them. Next, we will look at the shore excursions section. When you log into the shore excursions section, it will show you for each of the different port days, the different activities that are available. They try to have a wide variety. Things get full and sell out. They do their best to accommodate and get additional coverage so that they can take people out to do things that they would like to do. The great thing about Carnival Shore Excursions is that they will not leave you behind if something goes wrong and you do not get back to the ship on time. So if you are on a Carnival Shore Excursion, they will not leave you behind. So you can get lots of ideas. You can look through, see all of the different adventures that are out there for you, and see if anything speaks to you and is within your budget. But again, all of that is available right here on the app. You can take a look, find something that you would like to do, purchase it, and be ready to have some fun right here from your app. The next section is the spa. There are a lot of spa services and treatments that are available. You can see those all here, whether it's you want to relax, maybe you want to spend some time getting a couples massage with your significant other, or maybe you want to get some treatments for facials or wrinkle treatments, hair treatments. You can get all of that done in the spa, and you find all the information about those treatments right here in this section. The next section I want to take a look at is the ship maps. Some of these ships are very large, and if you're not familiar with them, if you haven't done a little homework to know where things are in advance, it you could get lost, and you could get lost fairly easily. So if you take a look in the ship map section, you can go through deck by deck and see where all of the different places are on the ship. The next section I want to look at is open times. This is something that I was not familiar with, even though I've been on ships a lot. This open time section tells you when everything is open, whether it's the arcade, when the pools are open, the tow stations, mini golf, sports square, waterworks, Cloud9 spa, everything that is available. It will tell you when it is open. So if you're ever like, gosh, I wonder, can I go down there yet? Just pull out your open times and you will know. It is wonderful, and I didn't know it existed until this trip, even though I've been on lots of trips. Next section we're going to take a look at is good to know. It just gives you a lot of information about what's the liquor policy, how do water shuttles work, how does bar service work, how does the beach towel station work. So all the information, if there's something you're like, I wonder how this works, check good to know. It might be there. If not, there's always the desk. So the next thing is the safety section, which just reiterates the stuff that you learned in your safety briefing. So the next thing you're going to see is the account summary. Yes, there's a lot blurred here if it's our personal information, but I just wanted to make sure that you're aware you can come in here to see all of the charges that are on your account for this trip. You can see any credits that are there. You can see if you have an available balance. So if you bought a trip, you had onboard credits, that'll show in here. And really just anything that you or anyone in your party has spent will show here. It's really easy to lose track of what you're spending. This gives you a really good idea of where you're at and to know what you've spent and how much is still available for your budget. Lets you really keep track of that so you don't have sticker shock at the end. So if you have found any of this useful, please give us a like and subscribe. There are lots of other videos on cruising, traveling, and this particular Carnival Magic ship. So again, have fun and enjoy cruising. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified of new uploads. And while you're here, check out some of our other videos.